Hello, for one of the viewers, Primo1127, he suggested that I charge my dead Jumpstart pack here. It had died because I had run it all night to run the fan because my main battery, my main house battery had died. So I ran the 12-volt plug here and ran my fan on it and drained it completely, and then the thing wouldn't charge anymore when I took it into the library to try to charge it off the 120 volt. Primo1127 said to try basically hooking it up as if I was jump starting it, and I turned the unit on and actually letting it reverse charge. So the vehicle right now is charging up the power pack instead of the power pack getting ready to jump the vehicle because I have the vehicle running. And I tested it earlier and it held a charge. I was actually out at the compound doing a video on making papaya salad. But then some people started coming by with their little RV, their all all-terrain vehicles, and I decided to haul butt out of there. I didn't want to confront other people out there, so I left. But anyhow, right now we're trying to charge the portable power pack using the vehicle's alternator and battery system. And I thank Primo1127 for that tip, because if this works, then actually, you know, I might end up rewiring this unit to become a house battery. So, wish me luck. Thank you. Hello everybody. Just wanted to do a quick shout out to Primo1127. If you've been following my channel, then you know that I've been having battery issues, power issues ever since I started. I didn't have money to get a decent AGM battery, so I went with the vehicle's battery in here, and it was having issues, and it ended up dying like about a week into living in the van and using it full time. So the systems had been flaky, and I had to resort to using the underhood inverter to cook food again. So it's a good thing that I left or installed the 350 watt inverter back under the hood of Lil Blue II to use as an emergency, because I ended up needing to use it to cook my food. Well, the other day the house battery pretty much completely died. It wasn't holding any charges at all, which became an issue with trying to stay cool, because I run this fan all night and I'm in this Florida weather, and you pretty much need a fan. I use the mister here, the water mister, and spray myself down. Then I run the fan on me, and as the water evaporates, it really cools me down enough to sleep, and the fan pretty much runs all night. The problem is, with the house battery dying, that meant the fan wouldn't work, which means trying to sleep in the van is a nightmare. It's hot as hell. But basically, Primo1127 suggested that the battery pack here, which I had actually drained completely down to zero, and it wasn't charging anymore because I was using it to run the fan over there one night when this main system failed. Well, he suggested using the jumper cables that are on this unit to hook it up to the vehicle battery to charge it up. And amazingly, it worked. The backup battery unit here, the jump starter, charged up pretty fast. And that gave me an idea to go ahead and adapt the unit here, even though the amp hours is probably pretty small on the Jumpstart unit, but it is, I think, sealed lead acid, sealed AGM battery, so it's actually safer than the lead acid battery that I was using for the house battery. So I've got the red wire here, the positive, and I just stuck it in here in the box just so it wouldn't hit anything and short out. But I've got it connected to the red wire, the 10 gauge wire that I'm running from under the hood, or from the vehicle battery, you know, that went to the house battery. Well, now it's going to this jumper unit, and then the ground is just I don't know, you can't see it in here, but see the ground there? The ground's just clipped to the ground cable. Well, everything runs up through to the inverter here, the house inverter, and right now it's on 46 watts because the rice cooker has jumped off from high mode to low mode. I don't know if you can hear me here. There's a I'm over at the beach over here at just off 520, the causeway for 520 to cross over from Cocoa to Cocoa Beach. And there's an ice cream truck there making all that noise. So I apologize if you can't hear me. Anyhow, as you can see, I've got burritos cooking in the rice cooker. Now, when you push the button down here, it goes up to 300 watts. But after you run it a while, it tends to shut off. The rice cooker, when it gets too hot, it shuts off and goes back down to warm mode, which is only like 24 or 32 watts. So right now, I'm going to try to flip it back on again. So you may have to do this several times. There goes our ice cream truck. So, there's our ice cream truck there. I was waving at him, but I guess he wasn't sure if the lady wanted to buy something from him. But anyhow, so I have it now again on cook. So it'll generate 300 watts. And I can use that to cook food items, including pizza and whatnot. So right now I'm trying to cook the burrito. I don't know if I hear a noise here. I thought my unit here was making a noise, but apparently it wasn't me. It might be the lady's car or whatever. But you can see we're pulling 298 watts. It is running off the house system. You can see I have no cables anywhere now. I don't have any wires or anything out. Like before, remember we were under the hood. So right now everything's self-contained, and I can cook from the house inverter system without having to run a cable here to the under hood system. So that's really cool. We're back to functioning, and we might even be better than before because now the battery unit is actually, I think, sealed. So I don't have to worry so much about the gases as I did before. The thing is, the battery size is smaller, so it probably has less amp hours. If I'm not mistaken, it might only have like 35 amp hours, but that should be enough to run the fan all night, maybe even 2 nights before it needs a recharge when it's fully charged. And the thing is, I'm still able to charge it with my switching system, so I think we're going to be alright. So the unit just shut back down again. You may have to do this several times when you're cooking with this thing, but it actually looks like it may be done. You can see it's, so I'm going to flip it over again and try it again one more time. It doesn't want to stay warm because I think the rice cooker, it's in warm mode, it won't go into cook mode because the rice cooker is like super hot. So I'll just let it sit here and let it sit and just bake a little bit. And I think those burritos are pretty much already done. I think all you're doing is heating it up, like if you nuke it in an oven or something. So you can see it dropped down to 46 watts. So I'm stoked. It looks like this system is back up. I can check how much power I have. Right now the unit is reading 13.3, 13.4 watts. Volts. Pulling 100. It's generating 120 volts. And right now it's using 46 watts. So I can run the system without starting up the car, but then it'll drain this battery so fast. So right now the car is running, or rather the van is running, and the reason it's doing that is the system is charging the house battery, which is now here. There is still a battery there that I'm going to get rid of. I may end up buying a larger AGM battery if funds permit, or I might just say screw it and just be satisfied with this jumper system and just take the battery there and then try to get some cash out of it. Somebody was telling me I think AutoZone will pay me $5. So that'll reduce the weight that I'm carrying. And, if this unit here is adequate, then I don't see a need for going to a larger AGM battery. If you go larger, it'll last longer before you have to recharge. But if it suits me for everyday use, like to power my fan and whatever electronic devices I need to charge up, because I can charge up through here or through here, then I don't really need to go larger. I'm pretty happy with being able to charge every day and basically providing all my own power. So until next time, I thank you guys again for following along on my channel and for making suggestions, because I am implementing them as I can. and they're making life better here living in the van. So the system's back up to operational status, and I'm feeling really stoked. So thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, have a good day.